guys, it's Jessie V. So, this happened back in grade 9. I was friends with this girl who liked to add random strangers on Facebook to get more friends. I remember that back then it was for some reason really cool to have a lot of friends on Facebook. The more friends you had, the cooler you were. I don't know why though. Most of my friends had like over 500. I actually knew someone who had almost 2,000. And there I was with about 50 friends, and I was cool with that. Who needs friends anyways, right? So let's get to the story. This girl that I was friends with, let's call her Tanya, she would brag to me all of the time about all of these cute guys that she would talk to on Facebook, and she didn't know these guys at all in real life. She just like found them in the suggested friends section. In fact, I don't even think she had any mutual friends with them, which made it even more sketchy. And listen, there's nothing wrong with Facebook. I've had it forever. But I don't really think you should be using it to talk to random strangers at such a young age. But apparently she absolutely loved to do that. And I didn't exactly see how much of a danger it was back then. I mean, yes, I thought what she was doing was strange, but I wouldn't say that I was necessarily scared for her safety. And looking back, I really should have been. Silly, naive little Jessie. Her older brother actually caught her a few times talking to these random guys, and he would constantly warn her that something bad would happen if she continued. He said that people aren't always who they say they are. Like, she could have been talking to a 60-year-old man for all she knew, but she just refused to listen to her older brother's wise words because Tanya was stubborn and she did what she wanted when she wanted. So one day I was having a sleepover at her house, and this is where things went down. This is where things got bad. One of the scariest sleepovers ever. So anyways, we're just sitting in her bedroom on her bed watching movies, and she has her laptop on her lap talking to guys as usual on Facebook. And suddenly she gets this friend request from this guy, let's call him Mark. And Mark was super good looking. He had like brown curly hair, blue eyes. So she got really excited and added him back. And she told me that she never makes the first move when talking to a guy. So she waited for about an hour to go by, really hoping that he would send her a hello, but he didn't. So she told me that she would make an exception this one time and message him first. So in the beginning, the conversation was going pretty normally. They were just talking about where they went to school, just like casual stuff like that. She was telling him how she took dance classes and played volleyball. Apparently he was on the rugby team. Nothing out of the ordinary until he asked her where she lived, which was a bit strange for a very first conversation. If I'm getting to know someone and we've talked for like 5 minutes, I'm not gonna be like, by the way, where do you live? Tell me where you live. You know what I mean? And I was actually flabbergasted that she told him the name of her neighborhood. And yeah, she didn't give him her address, but still, you don't just tell a stranger your general whereabouts. So anyways, after about 20 minutes of them talking, I was getting super bored. No one wants to go to their friend's house for a sleepover just to watch them talk to boys. Like, come on, let's watch Mean Girls or something. Where's the nail polish? It's a sleepover. So finally, she tells me that she'll put her laptop away for a while. So I think we were watching movies for like 2 hours or so when Tanya decided to go back and check her Facebook, as usual. And to be honest, I was getting a little bit annoyed with her at that point because, come on, she could do that any day. Like, your best friend is over. What are you doing? But still, she went to look. It was like she had like a boy addiction. Like, calm down. So she looked at that Facebook chat between her and Mark, and oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Mark had sent the most chilling message while we were watching our movies. It said,
"You have a nice house."
Like, excuse me? She never sent you a picture of her house, so how the heck do you know? How do you know what her house looks like? And guys, I really wish that back then I knew I was gonna have a YouTube channel because I would have screenshot his messages. Why couldn't I have known the future? So Tanya starts freaking out a little bit and asks him what he means by that. And he was like,
"I mean, your house is nice. Is that your bedroom up there with the yellow curtains?"
And that is where it started to get real, guys. Tanya had yellow curtains and she shut them so quickly the second she saw that message. So she looks at me and she's like,
"Jess, what do I do? I can't tell my mom what's happening because then she'll know what I've been doing. She'll kill me if she knows I've been talking to random guys. Maybe he'll just get bored and leave if we don't talk to him anymore."
And I was like, no, you have to tell someone ASAP before we get murdered. Like, I am not gonna be killed because you're scared that your mom is gonna ground you. So as we're arguing, we get another message from Mark that says,
"You know I see you and your friend up there in your room, right? I I'm watching you. Why don't you come outside and meet me?
And that is when she could not take it anymore. She gets up and starts running towards her bedroom door. I'm like right behind her. And this is where there is a massive twist in the story, guys. You will not believe what I'm gonna tell you. We were just not expecting this one bit. And I'm sure you weren't either. She opens her bedroom door, and there, standing in the doorway with his arms crossed in front of him, was her brother. It actually made us jump. And he says,
"What did I tell you about talking to random guys online? What would you have done if this was real?"
and at that point we were like, what? What do you mean if this was real? And he revealed to us that it was him the whole time. He was trying to scare his sister so she would finally learn a lesson. And listen, I am all for teaching people lessons, but come on, I think he went a little bit on the extreme for that one. I'm like not entirely sure if I agree with what he did, because I was genuinely scared that there was some random dude outside her window watching us. What I can say though is that what he did worked, so I guess it wasn't all for nothing. She never ever added random people on Facebook ever again. In fact, she actually cleaned up her friends list. She literally cut it down to only friends and family, which was smart. I think that conversation really did scare her. It was literally the scariest Facebook conversation that I had ever witnessed in my life. Like, did you guys expect that it would be her brother? Because we were completely caught off guard. And yeah, in a way, I was definitely relieved that it was, but still to this day, I'm a little mad at him. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is the end of my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As usual, my social media information is below, along with my vlog channel and my P.O. Box information, so check that out. And until next time, guys, bye!